Now that the polls have closed in the Eastern time zone, we're starting to get our first look at the presidential race. Just remember, any initial numbers represent a fraction of the overall vote. Senior political reporter Jason Whiteley and Y'all-itics co-host Jason Wheeler are at the big board. What are you guys seeing right now?
Yeah, you know, it's early on here, Chris, but 9 states have just closed within the last 55 seconds here at the top of the hour. Some of those states are going to be vital states tonight. Georgia, North Carolina, some of the swing states will really be watching in the next hour, but that's what Jason Wheeler's job is on the big board tonight.
Big job tonight, too. We're really anticipating Georgia seeing a big number coming out of there of the early vote, tremendous amount of early vote there. And we're expecting that to be released any moment now. And that should give us a good indication as we go through the night. Of course, everybody by now knows these swing states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. 93 electoral votes up for grabs in those states alone. And again, Georgia may be a good indicator when we get those numbers coming up here in just a few minutes. But of course, we're going to be hyper-focused on what's happening here in Texas as well.
Yeah, you know, the Texas race is not just the presidential race. Of course, we want to see what happens in that, how Texans vote in that, and by what margin. Trump is favored to win in this state. What margin might he win by? The big race tonight we are watching in Texas is going to be the U.S. Senate race, Colin Allred and Ted Cruz.
So what we got pulled up right here. And one of the reasons everybody is watching this so closely, Jason, is that back in 2018, this race was razor thin. I mean, 2.5 percentage points that Cruz won by the last time around. That was by far the closest race that year. It was the closest we've seen for a statewide office here in Texas for decades. And so we're looking tonight, is it the same way? Can Allred overcome him, or does he put more of a lead in place?
And what's remarkable is that the difference back then, 6 years ago, was 214,000 votes. In the last 6 years, there's more than 1 million new voters in this state. We don't know, they don't have a history of voting Republican or Democrat. Which way will they vote tonight? So that's why we're spending so much time tonight, beginning at 6:45 in about 45 minutes from now. Expert analysis. We have reporters across the state. We're turning this studio into Election Central. We're going to be streaming for 4, 5, maybe 6 hours. Who knows how long the night's going to go, but you can watch it all on WFAA Plus and all of our other streaming platforms.
Yeah, I got a lot of snacks ready to go throughout the night. So if you have Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV, if you haven't already downloaded the WFAA Plus app, it's totally free to do so, and we'll keep you up to date on what's happening here in Texas. And of course, again, all of the stuff that's going on nationally as well. So join us starting at 6:45, right before the polls close here in Texas.
Chris.